Ladies and gentlemen, again, good morning and welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Some of the UDA and Kenya Kwanza politicians who had always been very vocal have gone silent. They have not been talking. Wamenyamaza kabisa. If you look at somebody like Mike Bovi Sonko, Mike Bovi Sonko is silent. He rarely talks. You rarely see him in public. Again, if you look at somebody like the Attorney General, who had his own party, Muturi doesn't talk. He rarely talks. And again, if you look at somebody like Duale, who was UDA hawk, vile vile amenyamaza kabisa. If you look at Irogu Kangata, the governor of Muranga, again, not talking. And many others, especially those who come from Mount Kenya. So the big question is, what could be happening here, ladies and gentlemen? Because when you look at William Samoei Ruto, you only see him with the leader of the majority in parliament. That is Kimani Ichung'wah, the Kikuyu member of parliament, Ndindi Nyoro, and even Ndindi Nyoro is not very, very common. And all others are usually the Kalenjin leaders. And you also find somebody like Alice Ng'ang'a, Thika member of parliament. How do you two about waweza kuwaona hapa na pale? So what is happening to the others? And again, if you look at Rigathi Gachagua has become a man of very few words. Those of you who noted yesterday, when he was addressing Kenyans at Uhuru Gardens, he was a man of very few words. Wherever William Samoei Ruto is, Rigathi Gachagua these days talks very few words. So what could be happening here, ladies and gentlemen? What is this that it could be keeping these die-hard supporters of the government to go silent or go slow? Because when you look at it, it is something that is cutting across UDA. The first thing in my view, as I told you, William Samoei Ruto has gagged these leaders. And you know, William Samoei Ruto does not want competition. So deliberately, he has gagged them. They cannot just wake up and hold meetings, especially in Mount Kenya. Because look at the DP. Do you think the DP can wake up, start holding a meeting in Mount Kenya or even Nairobi? He can't without the permission or without the authorization of the house on the hill, that is State House. So this is one of the reasons why they are keeping quiet. They have been gagged. The second reason, in my view, is because of the tender wars, business wars. What is happening is that they are angry. They are not getting what they expected. They are not getting the tenders. You know, remember even They talking about the members of parliament who are tenderpreneurs. And when they came to this government, they expected to get a lot of tenders from William Samoei Ruto. But it is not happening because it is going to his people. So the fact that there are business wars, the fact that they are not getting tenders is something that is annoying them, is something that is making them to keep quiet. Again, they have been displaced by the Kalenjin power brokers. If you look at William Samoei Ruto, you realize that he is surrounded by the Kalenjin mafia. He's surrounded by the Kalenjin power men, and you know them. You don't need to mention them here. And that is why you also see that there is a power struggle between Kipchumba Murkomen and his Kalenjin kingsmen, because they strongly believe that he is getting a lot of money. Remember that senator who has always criticized Kipchumba Murkomen, saying that he got a lot of money in China, the deal. So that is what is making them. So the Kalenjin have displaced these people, and they are getting it rough. They are not getting everything because Wakalenjin wanachukua kila kitu. Again, there is the current situation on the ground. You know, for those of you who study the politics of this country, you realize that the ground has become very unfriendly to William Samoei Ruto's government. You realize that watu mashinani hawataki kuzungumza sana kuhusu hii serikali. Hata wale ambao walikuwa na yuga mkono, some of them are regretting why they voted for William Samoei Ruto. Even the church has not been left out. That is why you have seen William Samoei Ruto now going back to the church like he did in Kemede, accompanied by the few Kikuyus have said and whatnot. But because he has seen that maybe he can again try to use the church to gain the lost ground. So what is happening here is that the fact that these leaders know that the ground has become very slippery, the ground has become very hostile, is something that could be making them to keep quiet. Because what do you say, by the way? You are in government, the government is very unpopular, people don't want to hear anything, even the cabinet secretaries are being chased away from the meetings. So what do? The best thing is to keep quiet. The other reason, in my view, is because of unkept promises. When William Samoei Ruto became the president, or during the campaign, he must have promised these people a lot of promises. So many promises. But he has not been able to fulfill these promises. If he could not fulfill the promises that he'd made to Kenyans, do you think he can fulfill the promise that he'd made to individual people? Some of them were promised cabinet posts. Some of them were promised that their relatives would be appointed ambassadors. Some of them were promised that when William Samoei Ruto becomes the president, he would buy them maybe even land, even posh houses. But it has not been forthcoming. Some of them were promised that they would chair influential parliamentary committees, but it is not happening. So the fact that William Samoei Ruto is a poor promise keeper is something that could have rattled these people, is something that could have made them to keep quiet and keep away. There is also the issue of the party elections, UDA party elections. William Samoei Ruto is said to have a lineup. Kuna wale watu ambao anataka wawe ndio watachaguliwa katika uchaguzi wa UDA. Kwamba kuna wengine ambao hawatachaguliwa. You know very well, if you look at somebody like Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is very active and he is a cabinet secretary, unlike others. If you look at what Nyeri people are saying, led by the governor, that there's no way we can have 3 deputy party leaders when you have just 1 party leader, because they know very well that the other deputy party leaders were seated from Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula. So this is something that is dividing these people. This is something that is annoying these people. This is something that is making them to keep quiet. Have you seen the governor of Nyeri supporting William Samoei Ruto? Have you seen him praising Osana to William Samoei Ruto? No, you have not seen him, because these elections are meant to divide these people. They are meant to ensure that William Samoei Ruto has schemed for 2027 such that he'll just have the loyal soldiers supporting him. Again, there is also the issue of the personality differences among William Samoei Ruto and these people. You know, some of them would not like to lie to the people. So they fear that they would contradict the president. The president is telling Kenyans that he has stabilized the economy. But the ground is very different. People are seeing the correct situation. The president is telling people that the Hustlers Funds is something that is benefiting everybody. But how watu wanajua si kweli. The fact that they don't want to contradict their boss is making them to keep quiet. There are other factors that could be making them to be quiet. But ladies and gentlemen, as usual, that is my take. Please like this video, share, comment, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.